All right, we got 6 plays to get to, so let's waste no more time. Hit the music. We'll begin with Penn Trafford. Well, you don't have to hit the music until I'm done reading this. Nonetheless, after failing to score a single point in their first two home games, the Warriors broke through, and they did so in a big way. And that began with John Wayne going into his bag of tricks with the creative play call. It was Tasso Whipple who was the beneficiary of a play that put Penn Trafford in the lead early in the first quarter, with myself and the incomparable Roger Downs on the call.
Hit the music.
This is a backwards pass, and it's going to be a throw down the field. It is caught by Whipple, and he cuts inside, and there goes Tasso Whipple on a 44-yard touchdown on a pass from Jack Weishar.
Well-designed play by the offensive staff of the Warriors.
The most important part, Roger, that first pass to Weishar was backwards, which allows him to then throw down the field.
And what about the catch by Whipple as well, Sean? Nice soft hands, left-footed Carl Heller in to attempt the extra point.
You know, a few years ago, well, maybe it was more than a few years now I think about it, Tim Cortazzo, who owns FSQ Sports Training,
Sponsor the pregame.
FSQtraining.com. Yes, he sponsors. He's been sponsoring our broadcast for a long time. But before he had 2 children, he did some color commentary for us. He did a great job. And he nicknamed John Ruane Riverboat Ruane because of how many chances he takes, the onside kicks, the trick plays. We see another one right there with Weishar hitting, who else? Tasso Whipple. Weishar was kind of, he just took it and just flicked it, man. He was just kind of like, just got it out of there quickly. But it went right to him, and Penn Trafford, man, they're just known for those plays, aren't they?
Yeah, and they want to be known for calling and executing the plays, and that was a big one to get them some confidence. Again, that was their first home touchdown of the season after 2 straight shutouts.
No flags on the field, no flags.
Absolutely. That was a big, big one for the Warriors en route to the victory. Well, on the other side of it, for plays of the week, Hempfield area, and the Spartans didn't go quietly in that game. The defense stepped up big in the second quarter. It was Mitchell Bitar's pick 6 that pulled Hempfield back within striking distance, once again with myself and Roger detailing the scene. So the penalty makes it a 1st and 20 on the Warriors. As that is tipped and intercepted, Bitar has it, and he's trying to make a house call, and he will. About 35 yards on a tip interception, and Mitchell Bitar gets the Spartans right back in it. What a defensive play. But there is a flag, and we'll see. It could potentially be on the return. We'll have to see if the officials, as they sort this out. There's a sideline warning, so the touchdown is good. So Bitar makes a pick 6, second consecutive week that the Warriors have had a defensive touchdown scored against them, and we'll call it 39 yards. And now a chance to get within 4 if they can convert the extra point.
Yeah, originally we thought, well, at least Roger thought, that maybe it was off of a Penn Trafford lineman or receiver or something, but it was Lucas Moore who got his big paw up there to tip the pass, and then Bitar did the rest for a pick 6 touchdown and the 2-point conversion as well. So it became a 14-11 game at that point. Midway through the second quarter, Hempfield was right in it, Sean.
Yeah, certainly there was some tense moments there at Warrior Stadium, but ultimately it was one that the Warriors pulled out in the end. We continue plays of the week with Derry area, and Damari Robinson is one of 2 Trojans to surpass 100 yards rushing against Apollo Ridge, boosted by a couple of long touchdown runs. His second score was special, though, and it put the game away for Derry in the fourth quarter, with John Flickner and Bob Lazinski providing the commentary.
The winner of the Tidal Ways Car Wash. We had several emailers tonight, so please keep doing it each and every week. We'll try to give one away. And here's Damari, and he runs into a tackler, and he stays on his feet. Damari Robinson's going to go. Touchdown, Trojans. Never left his feet, kept on churning. And Damari goes for 6, and the Trojans add to the lead.
38 yards for Amari. That puts him over 100 yards rushing with that long touchdown run he had earlier. But Yeah, he just wasn't going to be denied, John. He broke out a tackle, and again, once he gets in the open, not too many people are going to catch him.
As we mentioned earlier in the show, Sean, Derry needs some other guys to step up, carry the ball, and carrying it for distance. Damari Robinson does right there to seal the game for the Trojans. And by the way, yes, the beginning of that play-by-play call, we do give away free car washes on our Derry football games. Shout out Rob Rockwell.
Did your brother enjoy his trip to historic Owens Field?
He didn't say anything bad about it, so I guess he did.
Maybe stopped at Nicky's Quick Six afterwards?
I don't know what that is, Sean, but I'll Google it.
Yeah, the people in Apollo and Vandergrift certainly understand what I'm talking about. We'll continue plays of the week with Jeanette, and the Jayhawks wasted no time against Charleroi. They scored on their very first offensive play, a connection from Peyton Moulter to Kamani Brown. Brent Wiggin and Anthony D'Annunzio set the scene from a key stadium.
And he leads his troops out here for the first offensive possession. 6 foot, 180-pound senior in the backfield now with Michael Mason on 1st and 10. Moulter looking to far side. Quick pass, quick catch. And Kamani Brown is running with it. Can he be stopped? No, he cannot. Touchdown, 38 yards. And Peyton Moulter continues that hot hand from last week.
Brett, that was just a simple little play out in the flat. Kamani Brown wide open. We talked about it pregame. Made some things happen last week. We said he was going to do more tonight. And first play, he makes it happen. So,
you know, I talked with Jeanette coach Tom Pallone before the game for our pregame, and he said that one of the big things that Jeanette didn't do against Fraser, which is hard to believe because they won, was a 56-0 or something, they didn't get off to a good start, he said. They got off to a great start against Charleroi with that play to Kamani Brown.
Absolutely. Well, a team that got off to a great start and kept it up all night was Franklin Regional. The Panthers had a statement win against Shaler area, and it didn't take long for them to show their firepower. A long pass from Chase Lemke to Aiden Hudock got the party started in the first quarter, with Jonathan Whaley painting the picture.
And they're blitzing, and they're coming after him. He throws the ball down, looking up for Hype Hudock. Hudock makes the catch. 10-5, touchdown. 51-yard touchdown catch and run from Lemke to Mr. Electricity, and Franklin Regional gets the first score on the opening drive of the game. Hudock showing you why he's Mr. Electricity, and quite frankly, that was a nice throw by Chase Lemke against that blitz because they were coming with two blitzers. He stood in there, knew he was going to take a bump, and he threw the touchdown pass.
The man, Mr. Electricity, Aiden Hudock, and Chase Lemke you'll hear from him coming up here in just a little while. He mentioned just how much of a security blanket it is to have Hudock running around out there. If you're in trouble, you just look for him and he'll go up and make a play for you.
I don't know that there's many players in the entire WPIAL who have more of a big play capability than him.
Oh my gosh. His yards per reception are ridiculous every game, every year.
Yeah, absolutely. Special player. We conclude plays of the week with Bell Vernon area, and although the Leopards ultimately came up short against Thomas Jefferson, it was an unlikely source who provided them with one of the biggest plays of that game. Cole Doppelhauer went nearly the length of the entire field for a house call in the first half, staking BVA to his 2-score lead with Dave Franzak and Brian Brzezinski on the call.
Handoff is going to go to the deep man and getting some space. He gets to the 15 to the 20. See you later. 30, 40, 50. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Bell Vernon.
Wow, that's just a great job exploding through contact. Two tacklers came in and kind of just sandwiched him at the same time, and he was able to just literally accelerate and explode out of it. And after he saw green, you weren't catching him because, man, that second gear kicked in and able to hit a long one there.
Cole Doppelhauer takes it 93 yards for the Leopards, and another score for the Leps.
Yeah, and we talked about, the coaches making decisions to take downs away, and I think you can see why. You want to try to minimize how many times these snaps are taking place on Bell Vernon because they got some speed, they got some playmakers.
Cole Doppelhauer, you love to see it. The three-sport athlete, Sean. He's a heck of a wrestler, good baseball player, and comes up with a 93-yard touchdown right there. We've seen Cole do some things, not quite like that, but on special teams, and just one of those real good team players. Still kind of a younger player, but gets on the board there. And if Jake Jedico is out for any length of time, they're going to need Cole to do Maybe not 93-yard touchdowns every game, but certainly do some more things than he's been used to.
Yeah, it's the first thing I thought of is maybe he gets an expanded role, and we have been so impressed by Anthony Cruz as well. Just find other guys to give the ball.
That catch he made, by the way, Belvernon's first touchdown.
Unreal.
I know we don't have it here on Plays of the Week, but it was unbelievable, one-handed, and wow.
Yeah, pretty special performance for the Leopards, and still not enough against Thomas Jefferson. That'll do it for Plays of the Week.